Welcome to another Back of the Net recording. This is about area perimeter, and there's also a little bit about simple volume as well. So first of all, we need to identify those two key words when we see the question, and here we have the word perimeter and also the word area. These tend to be the more simple marks. The reason I've picked this out as a key topic is that so often people confuse these two words and they really do struggle and they lose what should be extremely simple marks. So reading the question, here is a shaded shape on a centimetre grid. Find the perimeter of the shaded shape, and B, find the area. Students do get really confused here. Perimeter is the distance all around the outside of the shape, and it's drawn on centimetre paper here, so I just need to count it. A good technique is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 centimetres. Could not be easier. So long as you remember, perimeter is round the outside of the shape. I often talk about the prism and the perimeter fence of the prism, just to help people remember. The area of the shape is a number of squares it covers. So in this case, I'm going to just swap colour pens for you and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Answer 12 centimetres, but they're squares. You must put those units in the centimetre squared, 12 centimetres squared, because if you don't put that in, you may lose a mark for not having put the units in. Next bit of the question, here is a solid prism made from centimetre cubes. Now you need to know that a prism is a shape where the slice of the shape, if I slice this shape here or slice this shape here, it will always be the same. In this case it's like a little U shape really. And that's a code to tell you that the cubes you can't actually see under the back here are there. Or the ones back here that you can't see are there. It says find the volume of the solid prism. Well, I think this is a relatively simple question again. The volume is the number of cubes made to build it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if you draw along there, I think we'll see that I've got two slices of that. So I've got 7 in the front slice, 7 here in the front slice, another 7 in the back slice, total of 14. But these are centimetres cubed because they've been made with cubes. Very straightforward question, that one. The key thing though is the perimeter fence of the prism. P is the distance, the perimeter around the outside of the shape. It sounds so simple, yet it is the most common mistake on this question. So learn it. Perimeter, the distance around the outside. And here's a question for you. Have a go. Press pause now. Welcome back. Again, straight away in this question I see those two key words of perimeter and then area. So I'm away with these now, I know what it is. I of course have remembered that the perimeter is the distance around the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 centimetres. The area is the number of squares it covers. In this case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 centimetres squared. Again, don't forget the squared. A solid prism, that's the key for telling us that even the cubes that we know are there and we can't see are actually there. Made of centimetre cubes. Find the volume. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is split into 3 slices of that. So I will have 5 there, 5 there, and 5 there. 5, 10, 15. 15 centimetres cubed. Marks for that probably go something like 1, 1, 2, and maybe a bonus 1 for having the units written correctly. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 marks. That really is quite straightforward. Another question for you to do, and by now it should be getting very familiar. I'm often shocked at how similar these questions are from year to year. Press pause now whilst you have a go. Okay, welcome back. Again, the usual routine. we see the word area and perimeter. They've really tried to confuse us this time, because first of all we're finding the area, then we're going to find the perimeter. We're not going to fall for the change in order of the question. So first of all it said the area, so let's find the area, and the area is the number of squares it covers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 centimeters squared. The perimeter, the distance around the outside, like the prison, around the outside of the prison, walking around the perimeter fence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 centimeters. And lo and behold, we've now got the volume of a solid prism. Prism telling us that the cubes we can't see are actually there. So we count the front ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I've got, if I cut that off like that, 2 slices of that. So I've got 8 in the first slice, 8 in the back slice, total of 16 centimeters cubed. Another easy 5 marks. One more for you to do here. Press pause. Welcome back. Straight away again, we should better see we've got the word perimeter and we've got the word area. Find the area of the shaded rectangle, state your units in your answer. So here they're even being really kind and reminding us we need the units of the answer. I'm just going to do it by counting. We could do that 3 times 5 is 15, but I'm just going to write the numbers in because that's a technique we've been using up to now. 15. In some ways counting it's nice because I've double checked my times tables there. State the units, centimeters squared. Make sure that's 2's are nice. Do not write cm2. Make sure that it's definitely up there as a squared, up nice and high. Find the perimeter of the shaded triangle. P, perimeter, prison, walking around that prison fence because you can't get out. Like walking around the exam because you can't get out. But it's around the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 centimeters. Okay, let's see, there's another question. Yep, slightly different question here. I've put this one in just so we don't fall into the trap of not being able to do it. We just got too familiar with the style of question. But looking at the question, I've got some shapes there, but those keywords are there for me. Straight away I can see an area and a perimeter. Okay, this is a bit harder to see than some of the ones on the actual exam paper. It hasn't copied that well. But A, find the area of rectangle G. So this maybe is a little bit harder than the previous ones we've done because we've actually got to identify where G is. So G is this shape here, there is the G. Find the area, how many squares does it cover? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 centimeters and it's squared. Find the perimeter of rectangle B. Now I've got to find the perimeter of B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 centimeters. Now this is something new we've not had before. I've put it in here though just so you can have a little look at something different. 2 of the rectangles are congruent. Now congruent is a maths word and it means exactly the same as. I could trace over them with tracing paper and they'd match each other. So which of those 2 shapes could I trace over and be able to move them onto each other? And looking at that I can see quite clearly that shape A is a 2 by 3 and shape E is a 3 by 2. But if I was to twist A round it would match onto E. So I'm going to say that A and E are congruent. That means they are exactly the same as each other. So A and E. Accident and emergency. Rectangle F is an enlargement of rectangle B. So we're talking about rectangle F and rectangle B. Those 2 rectangles. Write down the scale factor of the enlargement. That's just how many times bigger is F than B. Well, this is 1 square here, it's 2 squares there. The height is 2 squares and that's 4 squared, so it's twice as big. So the scale factor is times 2. It's fairly straightforward, we know that because it says write down, simple answer. This one here is write down, so it's going to be a simple answer. In total, probably 4 marks for this question. One there, and one there. Okay, the final question on area and perimeter. I've given you this one because they are changing the style slightly sometimes on the papers, and you're going to have to do it your own way and maybe make the question rather than get the answer. So here it says, on the centimetre grid, draw a rectangle with an area of 20 centimetres squared. Well, I know what a rectangle looks like. I could do 3, 4, 5, try and build up a rectangle, see if it fits. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, I can draw a rectangle around that shape. You really ought to be using a ruler, but the ruler on this whiteboard doesn't seem to work at the moment. There you go, 20 centimetres. An isosceles triangle with an area of 12 centimetres. Now the problem with an isosceles triangle, or with a triangle, is it's hard to count the area, but we ought to know that the area of a triangle is a half the base times the height. I'm going to cheat slightly here, and I'm going to draw a 3 by 2, sorry, it's a bit wrong, a 3 by 4 rectangle. And if I can then make that into half of my triangle, I will be able to double it up to get, there is one bit of my triangle. Now I know the area of this rectangle here is 12 because it's 3 by 4, so the area of that must be 6. I can then just reflect that shape. I'll draw the green rectangle for you again over here, 3 by 4. I'm then going to reflect the red triangle, or just crop it out the other way around. And I know that this length and this length will be the same, so it's an isosceles. They're both worth 6, so it's a total of 12. I would probably, in the exam, then just neaten it up a little bit. Maybe do it with a slightly bolder line, so the examiner's really clear of what I mean. Let's just change that colour to blue as well. So I can just neatly draw my triangle in. Okay, that's it for area and perimeter. Hope it's been useful to you, hope it will help you get some extra marks, or just make you feel more confident when you are in the exam. Urge you to watch another back of the net video. See you soon.